Your best you, we bring along Sherry Clark.
Yay!
Fork in the
Don't
road.
shoot.
No. So what we're going to do is we are going to have some fun here today because we're going to be doing something because, you know, spring is in the air.
Yay, spring!
And what we eat and what we drink is going to change here. And it looks like you have some of the things we're going to start seeing a little bit more prominent.
Yeah.
You know, in the grocery store aisles and things like that. But it looks like it's time to start saying goodbye to the chill and all that type of things. It's time to start thinking about things that'll make you feel a little better, Jackie.
I absolutely love it, especially when you have colorful items coming back into the kitchen and things you can get here local. Once again, we were just talking farmers markets ramping back up. Isn't that exciting news? But you've always talked about taking wonderful items like this and making a juice out of it. So we're going to play a little game this morning called To Juice or Not to Juice, but also the benefits and something. I love this idea. I need something super easy throughout the day, but I also want to feel good and I want to know I'm getting the nutritions I need.
And I can help with that.
Okay.
You know that I can. And you're right. I want to play a game this morning, and it's called To Juice or Not to Juice.
Yes.
Okay.
And so each of you has in front of you a ringer, an item that I do not recommend trying to juice. And so I'm going to let you decide which that item is.
Okay, why don't you explain what we have on each of the trays here, too? Okay?
Excellent.
First
Okay,
and foremost.
I'll start.
Okay.
So
Jack,
basil.
let's see how many you can identify.
Okay, so we got basil, cucumber, zucchini, cucumber.
I'm not helping. This is your game.
Cucumber. Okay. Potato.
Sweet
potato. Thank you. Pomegranate. Right? No.
Nope. Tropical.
Mango. Thank you from the audience. Lemon or lime, excuse me, and Mexican lemon and garlic. All right.
Okay.
So,
you passed, and then you.
and plastic bananas.
Plastic
okay.
bananas.
So out of this.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. But we want the bananas to pretend like they're not plastic, right?
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
right, obviously. So I would think with juicing, you need something that has water content. I instantly go to garlic. One, that doesn't sound like it'd be good in a juice, and two, I don't see that having a high water content.
So is garlic your final
Garlic
answer?
is my.
I would probably lean more toward the sweet potato or the banana because I can't really. I tried squeezing a banana, I just get mush.
Didn't have much luck?
Yeah, the
Okay.
same with the sweet potato. I'm gonna take a stab in the dark and go sweet potato. Final answer.
Okay, well, nobody wins the car today. The bananas would be one of them, not just because they're plastic, but because bananas are really not that juiceable. And you are correct. There's a low water content. But the other one would be this.
Mango.
Mango?
I was going to say, mango always seems to me like when you're eating it, kind of like a dry fruit, if that makes any sense.
You can buy mango quote juice in the store, but it's
Yeah,
actually
that's what I was thinking.
It's a puree that's been watered
pulverized,
down.
okay.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So one other thing to think about when we throw things in the juicer, typically I'm an advocate of just putting the entire thing down the feeder chute.
right.
Remember that in certain items there would be there's a pit in here.
Okay.
So you want to remember that if you did try to juice this, let's pretend it had more water and you
Right.
could juice it, you would want to make sure that you removed that.
Really? Okay.
Yep. So while we're on Jackie's tray, there's a couple other things that I want to give you as pointers.
Okay.
Because all these remaining items are completely juiceable.
You can juice them.
I
Yes.
was going to say, these wouldn't necessarily be items I would naturally gravitate towards if I was creating a juice.
Right. Let me give you a quick crash course. So cucumber is fabulous for juicing because it's very high water content.
Yes.
So it's
Tons
a
of water.
good value. So especially in the summer, you know, when you go to farmer's market and they're like 50 cents for the gigantic ones,
Right.
buy them up and juice them like crazy. They
Okay.
go great with things. And remember, so you're going to try to complement it. I don't ordinarily just drink one straight juice. I make juice blends. So cucumber goes really good with an herb. The herb would be dill. So think about that. Think about maybe mixing that with some something sweet like apple or other greens or what have you. In your left hand, you've got some herbs, as I indicated before. You can do basil. It juices beautifully. That goes great with tomatoes. So if you want to make your own homemade
Or
V8
lemonade.
Yes, exactly. It's perfect in lemonade. If you want to make your own mixer, you've got a sweet potato. Yes, indeed, you can juice those.
You can juice a sweet potato.
You can juice a sweet potato.
Is that one of those, if you kind of break it up, you could
Yep,
shove it
exactly.
right in?
And I like it. It's really good with, get ready, orange juice and pears. Because it makes it kind of like a creamsicle, like you get at the mall, you know, one of those, or orange Julius. Garlic does indeed juice. Go real light on it.
I was going to say, you'd be smelling me for a while if I threw that whole bad boy in
One
there.
very small clove goes
Okay.
great with tomato, and then lime, of course. And guess what? You don't have to peel it. throw that whole
Whole
sucker
thing in there,
in
the
throw 'em
zest
in
and
there.
everything.
Mhm,
Okay.
The zest and the lime. Yes. You don't want to do that, however, with the oranges. So Lou, you
So the lime is okay, but the oranges you don't want to.
Right.
See, we learned
Why not
something
the
new.
oranges?
Yeah. Well, okay, so the lemons and limes, it's a little, you kind of expect the flavor. You're not surprised by it. But orange, part of it is taste. You
Okay.
expect the oranges to taste sweet, and
Right.
the orange rind is not sweet.
It's bitter,
It's
yeah.
bitter. And then the other thing is, there's something in that item that numbs your lips. And so I know because I tried it, I thought I was immune from that juice rind rule. And I tried it and I drank
So-
the orange juice and I talked like I had Novocaine.
That explains if you've ever taken an orange, and I know some folks have done this, especially the navel orange, and you bite the
Yeah.
skin
Skin
off of it just to get it started.
Yeah.
And then you have that little tingle.
Tingle.
That would explain
That's
that.
exactly right.
I've never heard that
So
before.
don't do that.
Okay.
All right.
Lou.
Your turn to play,
Okay, here we go.
Lou.
All right, this looks like a zucchini.
That's a zucchini, okay.
There's a
A little bit
zucchini.
bigger.
This is a lettuce here. Okay. I got an avocado, your orange, your pear. This looks like spinach here, and then the pineapple. Okay, so spinach. I've heard of spinach juice, pineapple
you've
juice,
got the harder
pear
plate.
juice, orange juice. I don't know if I drink lettuce juice, zucchini. All right, there's a lot of water in zucchini. I'm gonna go with the avocado because I thought about the avocado the other day when I was opening one up, and I was thinking of you saying, I wonder if Sherry ever stuck one of these through her machine.
And it kind of goes along, if that's the correct answer, what you're saying with the bananas. It'd be more of a puree mush than it would be like a juice.
Because it is kind of, as you mentioned, Jackie, it doesn't sound like it makes a lot of sense, but kind of a drier
It's a drier
consistency.
one, and you win the grand prize. You get to take home the plastic,
plastic bananas.
Yes,
Lou
exactly.
wins.
And before we go, I know we're going to need to be wrapping up soon. I made you some homemade juice. I want you to try them. You get
okay.
the first
The
one, and you're
stirred?
going to want to stir this.
I was gonna
the
say, that
green
looks
one.
a little,
it's separated, which is perfectly
keep it
normal.
separated.
Okay, so
It's
what
normal.
did you throw in here this time? Grass clippings and what else?
It is delicious. I'll let you try it. It's 2 ingredients you might know right off the top of your head, especially you, Lou. You seem to be on a roll.
Celery.
Yeah, bingo.
There's celery in there.
And there's one other thing, and it's on Jackie's tray. And I left
the lime?
Yes, I left the
Wonderful.
skin on. And those, I really like that. It's refreshing.
It is refreshing.
And it's reputed to be good for hangovers. I cannot attest to that myself personally, but you heard it here.
Well, I was gonna say, I'd say major hydration, and
Exactly.
You want to
Yep.
get
the
hydration
electrolytes
back.
and those kinds of
Yep.
things. And then I made you an orange colored fresh juice.
Okay.
And that would be that one's got 3 ingredients in it.
Stir it up.
And
Mix it
yep,
up.
and you probably can guess the first one.
And is that normal if you are throwing a juice together in the morning to take with you throughout the day and you see that separation? Don't be freaked out by that. That's completely
stir it up.
normal to happen. Just stir it up a little
Okay.
bit.
Yep.
First one that
Okay.
jumps at me is carrot.
Bingo.
Okay.
Yep.
Some sort of
Something
fruit.
to sweeten it.
Apple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
impressed.
you mentioned orange.
Yes. Oh, no.
No,
It's an
no.
orange colored.
Orange colored.
Something
okay.
that you like. I always put in as an ingredient.
Oh, you know what that is.
Ginger.
Yep,
exactly. So anything that you think goes good together, anything that's used in a recipe successfully, try it in your juice. Experiment. Go crazy. And if you're at a loss, get a book, a recipe book. This one is a great one. Raw Juices Can Save Your Life. It's by a physician named Dr. Sandra Cabot. You'll be hearing me talk about her in the coming weeks because I'm interviewing her on my next upcoming series.
That works.
That's a great book for recipes. And then if you wanted to, you could also look in the store. And there's some packaged juices. So packaged juices are not something I advocate or recommend.
Right.
But they inspire me. So if you
Get
read the
some
ingredient
ideas.
label, yeah, exactly.
How about that?
And read the labels because a lot of times you're like, oh, juice. And then if you actually read the back, it's like, no juices in here. But if you read these, it's like 100% juice. And,
Yes.
And you're actually getting something that might be good for you as opposed
What's
to the
this one
sugary
here?
stuff.
What? Beetology.
Yes, and that's
Okay.
that's 2 ingredients. It's
Beets
beet
and cherry? Would be with tart cherries
Yeah,
in that too? Oh, that would.
It's very tasty, but let me give you a caveat.
Uh-oh.
In addition to reading the ingredient label, it's important to read the expiration date. And the
Okay.
expiration date on this one, if you can see it, Lou, the last 2 digits are 20.
So 20th or?
No, in 2020.
Oh, 2020.
In 2020.
Okay.
So this is good for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which makes me a little scared.
Which means there's some
There's
preservatives
more
in
stuff
there
in
as
there
well.
than
Right.
just juice.
Yes.
Okay.
So the juice that I made you today, let's don't be jotting that on in a segment next year.
How
Got
long
it.
would this last? If I
That's a
made
good
this,
question.
as you did this morning, how long could I keep that in my fridge and know that it still tastes okay?
If you store it properly, and properly is in a glass mason jar with all the way filled to the top, so there's a little bit of air, put in a couple of drops of citrus juice as a preservative, it'll last a couple days.
A couple days. Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah,
if you want to
not
make a
a
big
year.
batch, and really quickly, I want your 30-second plug. I know you talked about this book and how it could save your life, but I want to hear from you. Why is it important to include juices in our life?
Well, lots of reasons. One is hydration,
Okay.
and because obviously you just downed how many ounces of fluid, and it wasn't coffee and it wasn't bourbon, and so that you got that going for
And
you.
there's a different flavor. Everyone's like, water's so boring. I don't want to drink water.
Right,
well, you are
exactly.
ingesting
Water.
And think about the nutrition in this.
Okay.
For me to chop this up and sit down and start eating it, that's a lot. But and all of this, but juice it and it's good to go.
There you go.
Love it. All right. If people have questions about maybe what they could be juicing or not juicing in their kitchen, or want to get other great recipe ideas, I bet they can reach out to you.
They can absolutely do that with an email for info@fork-road.com, or check out my website, which you're seeing right now, and that is fork-road.com.
Okay, so the takeaway here this morning: you do not want to juice. Show us what you don't want to juice. A mango,
plastic bananas,
or an avocado.
Okay, just so you know.
There's your quiz. You can ask your friends at lunchtime today. Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much, Sherry. Good to see you again.